Savannah Chrisley recently opened up about her plans for having children in the future. The Chrisley Knows Best star spoke about starting a family on a recent episode of her Unlocked podcast. Keep reading to see what she has to say. Khloe and Savannah Chrisley talk about how many babies they'll have. Khloe Chrisley, Savannah's sister, was recently a guest on her podcast. The 11-year-old and her older sister chatted about when they'd like to start a family and how many kids they'd like to have. Both Khloe and Savannah Chrisley agreed that they wanted children. In fact, they both said they'd like to have 3 kids and, more specifically, they know exactly what order gender they'd like to have as well. Girl, boy, girl, Savannah said, and Khloe agreed, that's what I was gonna do. Then, after thinking about her choice for a few moments, Savannah said that she wanted to change her answer on the birth order. Actually, I would rather have boy, girl, boy, she said. Khloe altered her answer a little bit too. No. I want 2 twin girls and a boy, Khloe told her big sis. Joking, Savannah replied, hate to be specific, but yeah. Savannah's experience has changed her entire outlook. This isn't the first time Savannah Chrisley has opened up about her future plans for children this year. In February, she appeared as a guest on the Adversity Advantage podcast. During their conversation, Savannah admitted that caring for her younger siblings has changed her outlook on things. When her mom and dad, Julie and Todd Chrisley, were sent to prison, Savannah became the guardian of Grayson and Khloe Chrisley. I always used to say I will have however many kids God will allow. That was my viewpoint, she shared on the podcast. I don't know, I think when you're young you think kids are easy, right? No. She continued, stating that after becoming Khloe and Grayson's guardian, she has slowed down her timeline for starting a family of her own. Savannah said, but I always said God meant for me to be a mom. If I don't do anything right with my life, that's going to be the one thing that I do right. Savannah Chrisley said that the entire experience has opened her eyes to how important bringing a child into this world is. The Chrisley Knows Best star concluded, I think, if anything, it's just made me realize that when that time does come for me to have kids, every little decision matters and impacts your child. Right now, Savannah Chrisley is hoping to hear good news about her mom returning home. Julie Chrisley's case was thrown out and she is currently awaiting resentencing after a panel of judges found her initial sentence to be wrong and unjust. Until then, she is focused on being there for her younger siblings. Savannah Chrisley leaned back in her chair, a thoughtful expression on her face as she gazed out at the expansive Nashville skyline. The soft glow of the setting sun cast a golden hue over her features, highlighting the determination in her eyes. It had been a whirlwind few years for the Chrisley family, filled with ups and downs, but Savannah had always been the one to keep her head high and her heart strong. She turned to her interviewer, a renowned journalist from People magazine, who had been following the Chrisley family saga for years. The journalist's eyes sparkled with curiosity, eager to uncover the latest chapter in Savannah's life. So, Savannah, you've been hinting at some exciting plans for the future, the journalist began, her voice laced with anticipation. Can you share a bit more about what's next for you? Savannah smiled, a mixture of excitement and nerves bubbling up inside her. The journalist's eyebrows shot up in surprise. Really? That's wonderful. Can you tell us more about your plans? Savannah took a deep breath, her mind racing with thoughts of the future. You know, I've always wanted to be a mom, she said softly. I've seen how much joy my family has brought me, despite all the challenges, and I want to experience that same kind of love and happiness with my own children. She paused for a moment, her gaze drifting to a framed photo on the nearby table. It was a picture of her and her younger brother, Grayson, taken during one of their family vacations. The bond they shared was unbreakable, and Savannah longed to create that same kind of connection with her own kid someday. I've been doing a lot of soul searching, she continued, her voice growing more confident. And I've realized that I don't want to wait too long to start a family. I want to be able to chase after my kids, play with them, and be there for all the little moments that make life special." The journalist nodded, her pen scribbling notes furiously. "Do you have a timeline in mind? Are you thinking of starting a family soon?" Savannah hesitated, choosing her words carefully. "I don't have an exact timeline," she admitted. "But it's definitely something I'm actively planning for. I want to make sure I'm in a good place emotionally and financially before taking that step. And, of course, I need to find the right partner to share that journey with." She flashed a playful smile, the twinkle in her eye unmistakable. "I'm not rushing into anything, but I'm also not going to let fear hold me back. Life is too short to wait for the perfect moment. Sometimes, you just have to take a leap of faith and trust that everything will work out." The journalist couldn't help but be impressed by Savannah's determination and optimism. "You've always been a role model for so many young women," she said warmly. "What advice would you give to those who are also dreaming of starting a family someday?" Savannah leaned forward, her expression earnest. "I would tell them to follow their hearts," she said passionately. "It's important to have a plan and be prepared, but it's equally important to listen to your intuition and trust yourself. Don't let anyone else's opinions dictate your decisions. This is your life, and you have the power to create the future you want." She paused, a thoughtful look crossing her face. "And don't be afraid to ask for help," she added. "Whether it's from family, friends, or professionals, having a support system is crucial. It's okay to lean on others and admit that you don't have all the answers. We're all in this together, and there's strength in vulnerability." The journalist smiled, clearly moved by Savannah's words. "Thank you for sharing your thoughts and plans with us, Savannah. I have no doubt that you'll make an amazing mother someday." Savannah's smile widened, a sense of peace washing over her. "Thank you," she said sincerely. "I'm excited for what the future holds, and I'm grateful for the love and support I've received from my family and fans. It means the world to me." As the interview wrapped up, Savannah felt a renewed sense of purpose. She knew that the road ahead wouldn't be easy, but she was ready to face whatever challenges came her way. With her family by her side and a heart full of hope, she was confident that her dreams of starting a family would one day become a reality. Later that evening, as Savannah sat on her porch, the cool breeze ruffling her hair, she couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement about the future. She pictured herself holding her own child,